In order for us to produce success, we have to know what it is and what it means to be successful. Unfortunately, our society has been conditioned in a old network or old framework. The Industrial Revolution was the latest, was this big change where all of a sudden industry was taking the forefront, right? Where people were moving to the city, and it started to create the opportunity for great accomplishments and great advances in society, as well as for a much better standard of living. The cost of that was being able to produce factories, right? Factories of rapidly and easily and systematically producing results. Our school systems were developed about the same time as the Industrial Revolution. So our school systems were designed to produce students that would make good factory workers. Unfortunately, our school systems have been very slow to change, and we're no longer in the Industrial Revolution. We're in what's referred to as the information revolution. So the big revolution that has happened recently is all of a sudden information is free and readily accessible, right? With the invention of computers and the internet, all of a sudden you can have access to any piece of information in the world almost anywhere at any time. And so all of a sudden, the old frameworks that produced success, being in a job where you work a long job, if you work hard and suffer over a long period, you'll eventually be able to achieve something, are no longer working for us. And therefore, our old definitions for success, and I've done this enough to know what the definitions of success are out there. The common understanding of success is that when you set a goal or an objective and achieve it, you have produced success, right? I'm successful when I accomplish what I set out to accomplish. Now, unfortunately, that creates an environment where there is struggle and strife, right? Effort, and then someday I get the payoff. And you can see how our school systems support this, right? Come in, you work hard, and if you work really hard, you're going to get a good grade. If you get enough good grades, you're going to get into a good school. If you get into the good high school and do really well, you're going to get accepted into a good college. If you work really hard in the college, you're going to get a good job. If you get a good job, you're going to have to work really hard on that good job, and you're going to get promoted, and someday you're going to be able to retire and play golf, just to find out that you hate golf. So we're built on this understanding that success takes hard work and effort, right? We can't have success without hard work, and success is something to achieve in the future based on an accomplishment, right? When I produce an accomplishment, I am going to be successful. The problem with this is that, think about it. What happens when you achieve the accomplishment that you set out to achieve? The next thing that occurs is we set the next one. So this definition of success, that it is setting a goal or objective and achieving it, determines or creates an environment where it's impossible to ever feel successful, because success always comes at the next thing. We achieve that thing, we feel success for a couple minutes, and then we set another one. So if you did that for your entire life, you would have an entire life of work, struggle, intermixed with these small little spikes of feeling successful, always building to some future where it's all going to be worthwhile. And ultimately, that leads to a life of unhappiness and no fulfillment, and also leaves you susceptible to being driven by others telling you what your accomplishments need to be. Right? Be that popular culture, social media, the news, the Joneses, the neighbors down the street, where they're saying, okay, here's your next accomplishment you need to achieve. You aren't successful till you achieve it. So you work really hard and achieve it. And then there's the next one and the next one. So I want to redefine success for you into something that's going to actually serve you in this post-industrial revolution world where we are no longer factory workers. The distinction that I use for success that has changed my life is an optimized daily experience that is sustainable over time. Now, this is an important piece. Very simple words, right? Our distinctions are very elegant, but unbelievably important. So within this, we're looking at two pieces: optimized daily experience and sustainable over time. What do I mean by that? I mean that my job is to create an environment where today is going to be awesome, tomorrow's going to be awesome, and a year from now is probably going to be awesome too. Now, if I was to focus on that, focus on creating that optimized daily experience today, tomorrow, and sustainable over time, do you think that achievements, accomplishments are going to follow? Right? If my day is awesome, most likely I've produced some sort of accomplishment. But if I actually get to enjoy it on that day, well, then I'm successful, right? If today's good, tomorrow's going to be good, and I'm confident that a year from now is going to be good, I've literally achieved success, and I can enjoy that success on a daily basis while letting the accomplishments continue or follow me over time. Now, for high performing individuals, as you would imagine, being a Naval Academy girl, being a SEAL, successful business person, I'm a high functioning person, right? I have done a lot of big things better than most. That trap that I get caught in is that it's all about working hard and not enjoying it. And that was what was ruining my life and my family. It was just a number of years ago where we decided that we were going to change our focus to optimizing our daily experience as an individual first, as a couple second, as a family third, and as a business team fourth. When we looked at the environments that were necessary for me to have an optimized daily experience, for us to have an optimized daily experience as a couple, my wife and I both live and work together, as a family, and then as a business team, we saw that we were always looking at the wrong thing. It wasn't about creating the next big deal. It was about creating an enjoyable experience. What's crazy is when we started shifting away from looking at accomplishments and instead shifting to looking at our daily experience, our bottom line in our company doubled. So the accomplishments come after the optimized daily experience. This is important to understand that only humans can experience success, because success is a feeling, right? Success is not a place to achieve or something. Someone can't tell you what success is for you. Success is a feeling that I need to produce and feel inside of myself. And so this concept of success being a human experience is an important concept when we start to talk about what about business success? Can a business be successful? We'll answer that question in a couple minutes. Let's talk about application of this. How can we apply it? The big thing that we want to do is redefine success for us, being able to be clear that an optimized daily experience that is sustainable over time is our focus on a daily basis. And things that do not lead us to having an optimized daily experience, that do not lead us to making it sustainable over time. And remember, sustainable over time is a big piece. Anyone can have an amazing day, right? We can blow out a day, but not having that experience be sustainable, to be able to support us into the future, is an important aspect. So shifting our focus from goals, objectives, accomplishments being our focus into creating an environment that supports us as individuals, us as family, and us as a team, a business team, gives us the ability to create success that we can achieve today, as opposed to having to wait till we retire someday. That brings immediate joy and fulfillment into our life. That sustainability is an important thing to pay attention to. There's different levels of feeling that success, right? There's some situations, like an interim situation, where we know for the next chunk of time, yeah, our situation is not going to be optimized, but it's creating that sustainability over time. So it's a constant balance between optimizing our daily experience and sustainability that gives us the ability to produce success immediately and sustain it over a long period. And having the faith that as we do that, the accomplishments that we have been driven by in the past, that they're going to follow, they're going to show up.